Hello, and thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel, Educational Resource Reviews by All Autism. Today we're going to be discussing this nifty little device, which is called a talking speech therapy mirror. You can buy this item on autismproducts.com. That's AUTISM-PRODUCTS.com or on Amazon. There's a little bit of a price difference. On Autism Products, it is $171.86, free shipping. Amazon is $249.97 for the exact same thing. So I guess it depends on how much you want to spend, but we'll get right into it. As always, I'm going to be rating this device and every device or resource that I'm reviewing for its autistic appropriateness on a scale of 0 to 5 puzzle pieces. So, of course, most of these resources can be used by any student, so you might find that helpful as well. Okay, so you have two pieces to this device or resource, and you have a base, which is yellow in color, and a mirror. Now this mirror is 12 inches by 12 inches in length and height. It's a perfect square. It is made of thick acrylic, and they're claiming it is unbreakable. It is 1/4 of an inch thick, and I've had this probably over a year, and indeed it has not broke. So I'm going to go with unbreakable by a child is probably what they're talking about. Of course, we can all get creative, right? And breaking things, but you know, just by a student using it, it's very durable. It is durable. So here's the back of it, and I'll tap on it for you. It's pretty tough. It's really just like almost a piece of plastic. And then the mirror, again, acrylic. This does not break down or fold in any way. So you can see if I am trying, let me get a better view here, trying to, you know, break or move it, trying to bend it at all, back and forth, it doesn't bend at all. I mean, this is a straight up good old piece of material here for student friendly. We'll call it student tough, kid tough. So this is nice as far as that goes. The second piece that's included in this product is the base, which looks like this. I'll get a little bit lower so you can actually see it better. So this base is, like I said, yellow, and it's super easy. There's not a lot of gadgets on it. It's not high tech. It's a really basic device. So on the front panel, you have a black, just plastic piece right here. This button is your play button, basically, but you also use it to record. This is your speaker. This is where the sound comes out. This is just another black dot on the back here. This doesn't do anything really that I know of. You can press it, doesn't do anything. It's just like a finishing piece almost. On this side of it, I'll turn upside down so you can see that a little better up close. On this side of the device, you have the volume. Now, if you see, there's a little white dot on there. That kind of indicates where the volume level's at. So it's off, you hear a click, turn it on, another click, and then just keep on turning that button, and this would be high volume. So you can adjust the volume a little bit. Like I said, not fancy schmancy, high tech, just super simple. Okay, so turn off for a minute. All right, on this side, you have a red button. This is your recording button. I'm kind of glad it's red, I'm not gonna lie, because that kind of clues you in if you throw the instructions away like I do. Later on, you go, how do I record on this thing again? You think, red button, record. Yes, that's right. So pretty user-friendly there. If you turn it over, this is where your battery case is. You can't get into it from here. You can't pry this open. This is glued down. So if you need to get into it, you'd have to probably get a screwdriver and really, you know, get under here and break the glue off. So this is a very thick piece of Velcro. Right here. Okay, so you're going to open this up, and this is the box that contains the batteries. Now this is really a snug, this is in here very snugly. So you kind of have to get your fingers in there and get it out. now this might kind of seem like a pain, you know, we're like, I get a pair of scissors. I'm just going to use a pair of scissors, use a screwdriver probably. Just going to pop it up, get underneath it. There's a little space under it. It's just, it fits really tightly into this square, which is kind of nice because, like I say, kid tough. So, you know, if the kid happens to get the Velcro off and figure out, oh, what's this? They're going to have a hard time getting this out without using, you know, some kind of scissors or screwdriver. So anyway, it's easy to open the battery case up though. You're just going to slide it open. Voila! 4 AA batteries, not included, of course. I've had these I think these are only my second set of batteries, so I've had these for quite some time. And my kids probably use this device once or twice a week. My older son, when he gets really going on it, will use it for up to 20 minutes at a time. So the batteries last a long time in this. There's not a lot of battery being, you know, used in this at a time. So that's nice. You save money on batteries. So it has a little red and black cord that is just attaching the battery power into the device. There's a little hole down there. Again, kind of tricky to get in there if you're going to need to get in there. Like say your wires become severed somehow and you need to get into this device. That would be kind of tough to do without just kind of destroying it. But you could probably take off this base and then re-glue it back on if you needed to. All right, so you just shut down that Velcro again. There it is. It's not going anywhere. Like, we'll shake it. Nothing is wiggling and nothing is moving. Like I said, kid tough. There is a little tray right here. This is a tray that holds the mirror. So that's kind of nice. So if you set in the mirror, you turn it sideways, you can see it's actually holding the mirror on its own, hands-free. Yay. So that's kind of a nice feature, right? I'll put it up a little so you can see it a little better. There you go. So you can just see it's being on, and there's no thing you got to attach it into. It just literally sets right in there. And it's pretty tough too. Like if I'm moving this back and forth, let's shake it. I mean, this is pretty wobbly. You know, like I said, nothing is holding it in there, but it's pretty sturdy too. Look, I can lift back on this mirror. And it's also not coming off of the base. So it's got like a little ledge there. You can see in there, it's got like a little ledge. It's kind of holding it in there. So it's kind of good. That's a good thing. All right, so let's get into how do we use this thing. So we have basically 3 knobs here. We got a button, a volume button, and a red button. So what you're going to want to do is turn it on first. I'm going to turn this on. Crank that volume. I'm going to crank it all the way up so we can hear it at first, okay? And this device definitely can be used by speech therapists. Obviously, it's called a speech therapy mirror. But I use it at home and I'm not a speech therapist, for my autistic son, because it's nice to record things into here for him and then have him play them by pushing the button, and then he can recite it while looking into the mirror. So it's kind of nice, and he can actually see his mouth moving. He can see his facial. You could even do feelings and emotions, you know, like mad, happy, and then the student could look into the mirror while saying the word and also create the emotion on their face. So, you know, showing a happy face and a sad face. That's kind of, I mean, there's so many things you could do with this. So, and it's super simple. And anyway, okay, so I turned it on. Make sure I got it right again. Okay, turn it on. So you need to use the red button and the black button simultaneously in order to get the recording to work. I found the easier thing to do is to just hold the red button down first, press the black button at the same time, like keep this pushed down and then hold this in. While you're talking, both of these buttons have to be depressed. So like blah, 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 let go. Once you let go, the recording stops. Then you hit the black button only to play your recording. So let's give it a try. So I'm going to hold down the red button, hold it down, red for record, remember? Now I'm going to keep this pressed down, and I'm going to press down here as well. A says ah, and also A. So when I'm done, I let go, and then that should have recorded my voice. Let's listen.
A says ah, and also A.
Yay! Success. So that's all there is to it. You can really, my child who's 8 years old and autistic can manipulate this machine by himself, and he talks into it all the time. He says his name, he says where he lives, he says his number, he talks about shows he's seen, he talks about books he reads. You can really have them do just about anything. This recording this will record up to 20 seconds of speech sound or any kind of speech or sound is what I meant. So 20 seconds. It's kind of it's a good amount of time. You know, so that's something to think about. So, do I think there could have been a longer recording time on that? Sure. 45 seconds, that'd have been nice, kind of. But 20 seconds is good, and 20 seconds will do you for, you know, really what you need to do most of the time. All right, let's turn that volume down just a little bit so we can see what it sounds like when it's lower than high. We'll turn it like halfway. All right, let's see.
A says ah, and also a.
All right, now I'm going to play it and start at the lowest volume setting and crank it up while it's talking so you can just hear the maximum and minimum volumes. Oh wait, sorry, I had it all the way down. Guess you're not going to be able to hear that. All right.
A says ah, and also a.
Okay, so you kind of get the gist there. It doesn't get too loud, which is nice. Am I right? I mean, I know if you're in the educational setting, yikes. I mean, sometimes some of the devices they come up with are so loud that you can hear it, you know, clear across the room. And you can't lock this volume down. That's one thing that is a bummer for kids because you know a child is going to figure out how to manipulate the volume. But if you need it lower, you know, you could try setting it lower and see if they could not touch it. But you know, good luck. So anyway, that's pretty much this little device. Again, hold the red button down, hold it down the entire time. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. Say whatever you want to say. When you're done recording, let go. Hands off, and then you will just hit this one time, this black button, and it will play what you have said.
A says ah, and also a.
And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I think that this device is a great idea for any student who needs speech. Really for any student who needs to be talking more, especially for autistic students. Aren't we always trying to get them to communicate with us more? So I think 2 thumbs up for that for sure. And also the price, I mean, do I think it's kind of expensive? Yes. Do I think that this should be cheaper? Yeah. Could you find other products like it online? Probably. This one, I haven't found one that has the mirror and the recording device all in one, and a very simple, you know, setup so that a child could really use it as well. But if you find one, sweet. I mean, let me know. That's awesome. I can review that one too if you need. But like I said, a little bit expensive. Go to autism-products.com. You're going to get about $100 off of that. That's pretty good. And if you need that, this is approved by, if you have a Gardner Scholarship for Step Up for Students. That's how I got mine. So this is a, you know, okay thing to purchase with that those funds if you have it. And on my autism rating scale, I would probably give this a 4 probably out of 5 puzzle pieces because it's easy to use, number 1. Number 2, it's very clear. You can hear yourself very well. Number 3, it's easy, did I already say easy to use? It's easy to use. Doesn't take too many batteries. 4, and they last forever. The only one negative I would have is the price. I think it's kind of pricey. But for all other purposes, I think this is an awesome resource to purchase, and I think it's going to last you a long time. I think you'll get your money's worth eventually because this device is going to last a while. It's very durable and kid tough, so I give a 4 out of 5 puzzle pieces for that one. Thank you so much for joining me today on this educational resource review by All Autism. Leave me a comment or a like or a comment, like I already said that again, and let me know what you think. So have a great day. Thanks so much.